Hi, folks. Welcome to the channel. People should stop talking about Mark versus Paul. It's over. It's done and dusted. Don't keep going about it. Now, everyone wants to jump on the bandwagon and line up to fight Jake Paul. Even Daniel Dubois is lining up to fight Jake Paul. Why? Why? I'll tell you why. No one in boxing makes as much as Jake Paul. You can call it what you like. Jake is a very shrewd businessman. He's probably worth more than Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren put together. Which professional elite, and I mean elite boxer, makes much money as Jake? No one, nowhere near it. He even makes millions without getting hurt. So stop this jealousy and get on with it. Let me put it in a different way. If Rolex is selling their watches for thousands, and Jake is selling similar watches and selling more than the Rolex, that's business. All you hear now is, it was a fixed fight, it was rubbish. Constant blabbering about how rubbish it was. The list goes on. So what happened before the fight? All was saying, we will watch it. I can't wait. And it's going to be a great fight. And Mike is going to destroy Jake. A while back, I made some videos about the rumored Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. I think I made about 6 analysis and prediction videos way before the fight or fixed fight. I broke it down, gave my honest opinion, and explained why it's not a real fight. And surprisingly, I got backlash from boxing fans. Comments like, Mike's going to destroy Jake. You don't know what you're talking about. He'll knock him out in 2 rounds. We saw the clips. He'll pulverize him. You name it, I heard it. When people tell me that, I just laugh and say, you don't know a thing about fighting, Mike. If you don't like what I say, no problem. Go watch someone else's sugarcoating. Today, I'm sharing a clips of what I said months ago. The fight has happened, and these clips are the proof of what I said. If you're looking for a real fight breakdown, prediction, and no-nonsense analysis, hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and smash the like button. Let's grow this channel where we say it like it is, no sugarcoating. and and Jake, he's out here throwing a lot of cash around to win his fights. It's like he's buying his way to the top. Hold on, he is buying his way to the top. Let's be real, folks. I've been saying this for a while now. Jake's a wanna be a fake professional boxer, just playing the part. Nothing wrong with that. If his followers love what he's doing. Now let's talk about this fight with Mike Tyson. Oh man, it's as fake as can be. I mean, really, the best part, Jake Paul fans actually think he's the real deal. They believe he's going to be a champion, just like he keeps saying. And they're buying it. Hook, line, and sinker. They see him as some sort of boxing prodigy, while Jake is just laughing all the way to the bank. But let's be honest, this Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, it's not even a real fight, it's a pillow fight. A gimmick to promote Netflix new sports streaming venture in 2025. You heard it here first. It's just a stunt, nothing more. And now Jake's saying he's going to try MMA. Yes, good on Jake. Good luck with that. I mean, I'll give him credit. No matter what I think about his boxing skills, the guy knows business. I've got to respect the hustle. Hats off to him for that. But trust me, if he gets into the MMA cage, it'll be the same story as in boxing. Jake will pay to win his fights. Why? Let me tell you why. He tried to be a champion or dreaming to be a champion in boxing, but couldn't make it. So now he's going to try MMA. And if that doesn't work, well, don't be surprised if you see him trying to be a champion, I don't know, maybe carp fishing or maybe badminton. Whether if he takes it, he'll keep going until he can call himself a champion in something. But it won't be in boxing. Now, who knows? You might just win something in some small unknown MMA organization. Like I said, with enough money, you can make yourself a champion if you know how to play the game. My conclusion, Jake Paul is a shrewd businessman. He learned how to influence people on YouTube. No disrespect to anyone, but most people get influenced easily. And if you really believe Jake Paul can actually box, then you are influenced. This Mike Tyson shenanigans is to promote Netflix. Simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. And if you are influenced, you will say it's a real fight. But if you aren't, and you still believe it's going to be a serious fight, then you aren't a real boxing fan. 27-year-old fighting a 60-year-old? Ah, what? Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson? You're not serious. Really? They're going to have a fight in June or July, whatever it is, for Netflix. I thought I was dreaming, or I thought I was having a nightmare. Nah. uh, what's happening to boxing? It's turning into a shit. It's not even boxing no more. What happened to the olden days when they used to get into the ring and have a good old fisticuffs and the best man won? Now it's turning into entertainment. There's so much money in boxing now that it's turning into a joke, literally. So who's going to take this seriously? Well, we already had 5 bullshit fights. Jake paid whatever his name is, Anderson Silva, the sell-by date MMA fighter, and then he took on another useless so-called boxer, couldn't even stand it straight in the ring, by the name of what's his name, Andre August or September or November, whatever his name is, and then he started walking into Jake's fist, literally, and Jake knocked him out. Have a look at that fight. The guy couldn't even stand straight, and then top it all, he took on Nate Diaz. And then Nate Diaz must have been boozing all night, or he was on the drugs or something, or he must have drank 2 bottles of whiskey because all he was doing was walking around the ring like a drunk person. And again, Jack Pant must have told him, look, if you walk into my face and make me look good, I'm going to pay you more money. And that's what the Nate Diaz did. That's another bullshit. And then we had Fury versus Ngannou, and then Joshua versus Ngannou. All right, Joshua done a good job on Ngannou, but Fury versus Ngannou, that was a joke. And there was a few more. And now we got the biggest bullshit match coming up, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Not even worth talking about it no more. All I'm going to say is it's a fixed fight to promote Netflix. And if they do fight, it will be sparring match with NFL head guard and pillows as the gloves. Who's going to license this? If they give Mark license to fight in a real fight, then there's seriously something wrong with the boxing. Is Mike Tyson broke to take this on? He must be desperate for money. He's smoking weed and ganja than Mike's braining. He will lose all the respect of this as a real fight legend. Just like Holyfield. And this will be another feather to Jake's hat. But seriously, folks, don't take this serious. It's only a publicity stint. It won't be an actual fight. It will just be exhibition match, just like Roy Jones Jr. And to promote Netflix. Amazon does sports, so why not Netflix start doing it? All the other channels, the Sky, BT, Virgin, etc., they do sport, except Netflix. So it won't be a fight, just a gimmick. Don't be fooled by it. It's a con. It's fixed fighting. It's a legal public pickpocket. You already was conned by Jake's fights. Don't be fooled by another one. All you're doing is lining Jake's and Mac's pocket. A daylight robbery. Don't say I didn't warn ya or tell ya. Today we're talking about Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Yes, it's been postponed. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not cancelled. What a surprise. A few weeks ago, in one of my videos, I mentioned that this fight wasn't going to happen. I also said that Mike Tyson might face health issues. And here we are. Mike's got an ulcer. When you're 60 years old, health issues are always a possibility, even if you are Mike Tyson. Age catches up. No one's immune from age. You might look healthy on the outside, but we can't see what's going on inside our bodies. We haven't got x-ray eyes. And young people heal quicker than older folks. I used to exercise vigorously every day when I was a youngster. I'm going back 45 years ago. I was in a combat sports for 25 years. But now, I can't even bend down to tie my shoelaces. So I get slip-on shoes or get the missus to tie my shoelaces. Years of physical exercise eventually wears down the body. Once you stop, your muscles tighten up and you become as stiff and lazy. So Mike Tyson was training for this fight, but what you saw were short clips, some not longer than 20 seconds and some speeded up. Another thing is, this Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight was for Netflix to promote their new venture into sports, similar to what Amazon is doing. When I want to watch sports, I can't find it on Netflix. I have to go on Amazon Prime and pay to watch it. All Netflix have is foreign TV shows, foreign films and cartoons. That's why they were planning for an exhibition match to promote the fight as pay-per-view. They want to become like Amazon Prime. And by the way, they wouldn't have allowed Mark to knock out Jake if they did fight. it wouldn't be in their interests. They wanted the fight to go the distance to get as much exposure as possible. A long fight will mean more publicity for Netflix and a good entertainment. Rumors are now Jake Paul has to find a new opponent, and few names have been mentioned to replace him. But it's not true. I repeat, it's not true. Who came up with these clickbaits? Netflix won't agree to Jake fighting anyone else. Not even Roy Jones Jr., who volunteered or was rumored to put his hand up. They want Mike and will delay or postpone the event until Mike gets better or even cancel it. They haven't spent all that money promoting the fight to scrap it and start over with someone less popular than Mike Tyson. Jake allegedly asked KSI to step in, but a Netflix spokesman said they will wait for Tyson. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. They might even scrap the whole thing, like I said, and think of other ways. We'll see what Netflix decides rather than rely on rumors. In my opinion, this fight will never happen. It's just a promotion for Netflix, not a real fight. Both will have come out as winners, and it will have ended in a draw if they did fight. But before I go, Jake Paul should stop fantasizing about becoming a boxer. Anyone can put a gloves on and do a few months of boxing training and go and pick someone he can beat and call himself a boxer. He should prove it by picking a proper contender or someone in the 12 ranking and fight him, and not has been or paid to take a dive. Money can make people do strange things.
It's the perfect form, Jim. There you go. Stop his head moving as soon as you
Well, look where your left hook is when you finish, Mike.
All these clips that we see on social media, Mike training for this fight with Jake Paul, they're all short spurts, 20-25 seconds. He couldn't keep up that pace in a real fight. Now, it's just a promoting the fight. That's all it is. Mike is 57 years old. If he went to 3-4 rounds in a real fight, he could even have a heart attack in the ring. Welcome to the channel, folks. Today, let's dive into the anticipated match between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Mike Tyson, wait, peekaboo. We covered these two extensively in previous videos, but now it's time for some analysis and predictions. First off, let's address whether this will be a proper boxing match or something else. Personally, I doubt it will be sanctioned as a legitimate boxing match. Even if they claim it is, there might be some trickery involved. Let's begin with Jake Paul. He's 30 years younger than Mike, giving him the advantage of youth and energy. However, his record of 10 fights doesn't impress much. Most of these fights were against low-level opponents and seem more comical than serious. It's hard to take Jake seriously as a boxer when it seems like his fights are staged to make him look good. What do you expect when you own the promotion company called Most Valuable Promotion that promotes all your fights? Jake reminds me of 1940s where mafia or the mob used to fix fights and pay no hoppers to take a dive to make mob's fighters look good and be a contender. Jake has plenty of money, and Jake pays such a good money they don't just take a dive, they also do a very good acting in the ring. His own promotion company, Most Valuable Promotion, raises suspicion about the legitimacy of his matches, especially with this match. Moving on to Mike Tyson. Can someone explain why Mike is always wearing a very tight underpants to training? It's embarrassing to watch. There's no denying his devastating boxing skills in his prime. Cus D'Amato took the peekaboo style from Floyd Patterson and trained Mike in this fighting style, and the rest is history. That's why he was so good. However, at 57 years old, and with decades of smoking weed, his physical abilities have undoubtedly declined. His lungs, reflexes, muscles, and overall agility have slowed down considerably. The outcome of the match depends on the rules. If it's a full force 3-minute round for 8 rounds, Mike will likely tire out quickly. He'd need to finish Jake off within 3 rounds to stand the chance. Otherwise, it could be seen as a fixed fight, which it is. or simply spar match with strict rules to protect Mike. There's also the possibility for Mike to have a heart attack or have a head injury, but I'm sure they will take all the necessary precautions. That's why it's going to be a fixed match. No winners, no losers. Regardless of the result, both fighters will walk away with a hefty paycheck, leaving us, the audience, questioning the integrity of the sport. Will Mike lose credibility as a fierce fighter? It's a possibility,